please? Can you mow it? The HOA's threatening to fine me again.
Yeah. I'll handle it before they show up.
Thank you.
The morning sun glinted off Lake Serenity like scattered diamonds, and he stood at the edge of what was supposed to be his fresh start. Before we dive into the story, comment below and tell me what city you're from. 3 years of undercover work in the city had worn him down to his bones, and this lakeside property, completely outside any HOA jurisdiction, was his reward to himself. A place where nobody could tell him what color to paint his mailbox or how tall his grass could grow. He was unloading boxes from his truck when he decided it was time to finally cut the grass. The previous owner had let it grow quite long, so he pulled out his mower, started it up, and began making his first pass across the front yard. That's when he heard the crunch of gravel behind him over the sound of the engine. Excuse me! The voice was sharp enough to cut glass. He turned off the mower and turned to find a woman marching toward him like she owned the entire lakeshore. She was probably in her mid-50s, with blonde hair styled into that specific Karen cut that seemed to defy the laws of physics. She wore a crisp white polo shirt with Serenity Shores HOA president embroidered across the chest, and she clutched a tablet like it was a holy scripture. "Can I help you?" he asked, setting down the box he'd been carrying earlier. "I'm Patricia Whitmore, president of the Serenity Shores Homeowners Association." She thrust her hand toward him, not for a handshake but holding out the tablet. "I'm here to welcome you to the community and go over the HOA regulations. You'll need to sign the covenant agreement today, especially the lawn maintenance code, before you bring anything else inside or continue mowing that grass." He glanced at the tablet, then back at her face, which was already pinched with impatience. "I appreciate the visit, but I'm not part of any HOA. I made sure of that before I bought this place." Her expression shifted from impatience to confusion, then rapidly to indignation. "That's impossible. Every property within a half-mile of Lake Serenity falls under our jurisdiction." "Not this one," he gestured to the land around him. "I bought this property specifically because it's outside the HOA boundaries. It's been privately owned since the 1950s, and the previous owner never joined your association." Patricia's face began to flush red. You can't just. We have rules here. Standards. You can't just mow however you want on the lake." "Actually, I can," he said, keeping his voice level. "And I will." She stabbed at her tablet screen with perfectly manicured nails. "This is highly irregular. Our covenants clearly state that all lakefront properties must maintain grass at no taller than 4 inches, must be mowed in straight horizontal lines only, clippings must be bagged and removed, and mowing must occur no less than once every 7 days. You're already doing it wrong. The direction is incorrect and the height is inconsistent," he interrupted. "Mine never signed them. If you check with your HOA lawyer, they'll confirm it." Patricia's nostrils flared. "I know every property on this lake, young man. I've been president of this association for 12 years, and I'm telling you that you're part of this HOA, whether you like it or not. You will mow that lawn according to our standards." "I'm really not interested in debating this," he said, turning back toward his truck. "I've had a long week, and I'd like to get settled in. Don't you turn your back on me." Patricia's voice rose to a near shriek. "I'm trying to help you understand how things work here. We have standards, we have order. You can't just mow diagonally and leave clippings everywhere like some kind of savage." He took a deep breath, reminding himself that he was off duty and that patience was a virtue. "Mom, I understand you're used to managing your HOA, but this property isn't part of it. I'm asking you politely to leave my land." "Your land?" She let out a harsh laugh. "This entire area is part of Serenity Shores. What are you going to do next? Let your grass grow knee-high? Mow only when you feel like it? Leave it looking like a hayfield and destroy the entire aesthetic of the lake?" "I'm going to live my life," he said firmly, "on my property, which again is not part of your HOA. And I'll mow my grass, however, and whenever I damn well please." Patricia's eyes narrowed to slits. "We'll see about that. I'm calling the sheriff's department right now. You're violating community landscaping regulations, and you're refusing to comply." "That's a criminal matter." He couldn't help the small smile that crossed his face. "You want to call the police because I won't mow my lawn the way you want." She already had her phone out, dialing with theatrical flourish. "Yes, hello, I need to report a trespasser at 1247 Lakeshore Drive. He's refusing to comply with legal HOA lawn maintenance requirements. He's mowing incorrectly, and he's being aggressive and threatening." He raised his eyebrows at the aggressive and threatening part, but said nothing. Patricia kept talking into the phone, pacing and forth across his half-mowed lawn, while describing him as if he were some kind of dangerous yard criminal. He's a large male, probably in his 30s, very confrontational. He claims he owns the property, but he's clearly trying to avoid HOA grass height and mowing direction obligations. Yes, I'll wait right here. Thank you. She ended the call and crossed her arms, her face radiating smug satisfaction. The sheriff's department is sending someone right now. We'll see what they have to say about your little "I can mow however I want" theory. Comment part 2 if you want to see what happens when the cops show up. Like if you already hate HOA people,